Before you go any further, listen to this story. Because sometimes a story doesn't just entertain you, sometimes it saves you. Michael Jackson, a name that still echoes across the world. People remember the moonwalk, the applause, the stadiums shaking under his voice. But hardly anyone remembers the truth. That behind the sparkle and the glitter, behind the magic and the fame, there was a man who was silently breaking piece by piece. He wasn't born in the spotlight. He was pushed into it. As a child, when kids around him were running barefoot in the grass, chasing sunlight and laughter, Michael stood in front of mirrors rehearsing steps, repeating lines, practicing notes again and again. He wasn't taught how to live. He was taught how to perform. And when a child grows without resting, without joy, without freedom, the pain doesn't disappear. It grows inside, quietly, waiting for the day it will come out. Michael grew famous before he grew up. He became the face of a generation before he learned how to face himself. People saw a star. Nobody saw the lonely boy behind the curtain. As he grew older, the world grew heavier on his shoulders. Every show had to be perfect. Every move had to be flawless. Every night had to be an explosion of energy. Even when his body begged for rest, he learned something dangerous, that people loved his talent, but very few cared about his pain. He learned to smile through exhaustion. He learned to perform through injuries. He learned to work through sleepless nights. He learned to hide everything he felt inside. And slowly, the man behind the legend began to fade. People saw him shining like a star. But stars burn the hottest right before they collapse. Michael didn't sleep. Not because he didn't want to, but because his mind was always racing, with pressure, expectations, deadlines, rehearsals, and a heart full of stress he never spoke about. His body was breaking long before the world knew. He trusted people because he didn't know whom else to turn to. He trusted those who smiled at him, even when those smiles were masks. And one day, he trusted the wrong person. A doctor who gave him powerful sleeping drugs. Drugs meant for surgery, not for bedtime. Michael wasn't looking for an escape. He was just looking for rest. Rest he never got as a child. Rest he never allowed himself as an adult. He didn't die because he was careless. He didn't die because he wanted danger. He died because he tried to fix exhaustion with shortcuts, instead of healing the real wounds inside him. The night he closed his eyes for the last time, he didn't know it would be the last. He simply wanted sleep. Something so basic. Something so human. Something he had been missing for years. The world cried. Fans cried. History cried. But the truth is, Michael had been silently crying long before that night. Fix what needs fixing. Heal what needs healing. Let go of who needs letting go. And rest when your heart asks for rest. Because no matter how bright you shine, you deserve to live. You deserve to breathe. You deserve to heal. You deserve peace. This is not just Michael Jackson's story. It is the story of anyone who lives without balance. It is the story of anyone who puts the world first and themselves last. It is the story of millions of people who are slowly breaking but still pretending to be fine. Don't become the next version of this tragedy. Learn from it. Grow from it. Protect yourself. Choose life. Choose health. Choose peace. Choose you. Because legends don't die. They teach us how to live.